Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Bringing him out, the third overall pick from way back in 2008, a guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now it's Ryan. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Bucs and Chargers, the two best in the NFL in terms of passing yards last year. The Bucs being first, the Chargers were second, and they showed that off in a memorable game. Week 4 last season, Justin Herbert going toe-to-toe with Tom Brady. I'm sure most of you remember that. Great game, but the Bucs wound up pulling it out 38-31 in Tampa. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and he's got Shockey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw is Ryan. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Ryan. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go. Watch the safety creep. On your team.
On the give, this is their fullback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and 9.
Hey, Tuesday. We all know. Right there, 54.
Here's Ryan. That's caught out left side by Casper. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Dave Casper, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. To throw for it is Ryan. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up the touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Herbert throwing again. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! David Njoku from 19 yards away. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Carrying one deep for Crabtree. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Herbert's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Play action. It's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, Herbert. Buying time to his left. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. That's caught, and he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Back now in Tampa, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And this is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. Let's say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DeMarco Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
They'll try to run with Murray. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Herbert. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing, Herbert. Flush to his right. Herbert has it knocked free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Herbert to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Well, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.